Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. I had to do a little things here and make it work. All right, as I got it positioned here, you can kind of see that this cleaver is is pretty much covering up this whole pencil. Now I don't have one of those metric I want to say metric meters that I can you know size this thing out and tell you exactly how many inches or millimeters or micro nano whatever however they measure them. I don't have one of those tools, so I use with what I got. I got a pencil, and for my purposes it works pretty good to illustrate it. If you got one of those fancy things, you let me know. You can send me a personal message or what have you. Now this cleaver is a full tang. From the beginning to the end, it's pretty much all the way the same thickness. From the back all the way up to the front. Notice the jimping right in here. Can't see that. Let me get a little close up. There you go. Sorry about the lighting. It's the best I could do. And if you notice, this right here is a little bear symbol. And that thickness, like I said, goes all the way up to about the tip. And then it stops and then it kind of tapers off. The other thing I like about this blade is that it's well balanced. It's very well balanced. The weight is exactly where you want it to be. You can't feel it. I mean, as you can see, I got man hands. My hands are not humongous, but they're not baby hands either. I got a lot of meat, but I got little short fingers. So this cleaver for me, it fits. I can get a good grip on it. Only thing, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but right in here, I really can't get as much purchase on it as I really want to. But I'm hoping that as I start to work on it and hatch, that it definitely will wear in there nice. Now, on a side note, if you like a Sig 226 and you have the hands and you're comfortable with that, this will fit perfect for you. No problem, you won't even notice it. But if you're like me, in my hands, or if you favor a Glock or a Smith & Wesson with the grip on number 2, I'm not going to say that it's a deal breaker, but it's a little bit, I mean, you can file that down just a little bit and you'll still, you'll still be able to get it in your hand and do what you need to do. Because back here is not that thick, so you can actually get in there and squeeze it. You know what I mean? You can get in there and squeeze it. Now, if you had gloves or something, I mean, it's kind of warm right now, so I'd have to wait till the winter time to really get some practice with it in the winter time. And also, this right here, this jimping is very, I won't say it's very aggressive, but once you get your finger in there, you get your thumb in there, or you get your palm in on there, either which way you want to use it, it's not going anywhere. That jimping is amazing. If I could get a better close up with it with better light, you could see. It's not aggressive so that it takes the skin off your thumb, but when you get in there, it locks. As you can see, it's pulling some of the skin back. You can get a lot of purchase on there. And this, I don't know what they call this. I mean, my fingers are not that big. As you can see, I can stick my whole thumb in there and it works pretty good. Let me get this out the way. It works pretty good. But the balance, what I like about it the most is it's balanced. You can stick your finger in here, your pinky finger, and get a good amount of purchase on there. Because the way that it's balanced, this is not uncomfortable. This is very comfortable. So you can get in there. Now notice, a lot of you might be saying, yeah, but look at the bottom of your hand. But when you have your finger in here, the palm doesn't go down there. As I said, this blade is very sharp. If I had a piece of paper, I'd show it to you. This blade is very sharp. So you can still put your pinky in there and still be able to skin, carve, and get in there and get very delicate. Now when you're like this, most of the weight is in your hand or it's on your thumb. So there's no restrictions of movement. Doing a figure 8, Let me slow it down a little bit. A figure eight is very, very easy. It's simple. Bring it down a notch. You have more of the weight. It's still in your hand, but it's more forward. But you can still choke up on there. Again, your fingers are not in the way. You still got a good grip. You can still skin, or you can drag. However you want to do it. You bring it down another finger. Now you got two back here. I'm not sure what they call this little part of the knife right here where my thumb is at. I don't know what they call it, but it's very well made. The edges are a little sharp. I mean, they're not sharp, but they got some grip on them, so if you wanted to do a fire steel or fire striker, you could definitely use that edge. Putting it in the middle finger, like I say, you still get a lot of grip, but now you get more. You can lean in and put some pressure on there, because this blade is going to take it. It's very thick. This blade can take it, so you can really get in there and put some force behind it. And when you put that first finger in there, that's where this bad boy really starts to shine. You get an excellent grip. Excellent grip. I can't tell you how much excellent this is. And the thing is, it wraps around that finger, and that jimping is right underneath it. I have a ring on, but that jimping is right there, and this little divot here, for me, is perfect. It gives you a little extra purchase, and you can just use the whole blade to do what you want to do. Now you lose some of the finesse work, but you get the whole blade. You can come down close and what they call it. You can feather a stick real easy with this cleaver. And of course, you can always get the full grip. Because my hands are so short, I can actually grip this and make a puño into it. And I can use this end right here and stake things and hit things. And my hand is never not even near that jimping. So either grip like this or like that, and your fingers are always away from the edge. Whoever designed this, they were really thinking. Unless you got really, really big hands. Now, I haven't thought about doing any of this crazy stuff. I don't know what or why you would do that, but for me, no. I think these are bronze rivets that go all the way through, and it has a hole at the end if you want to put paracord or what have you in there, or however. Now the sheath that it came with, this one, because I got the combo, it came with a leather sheath. Now I kind of like it. It's kind of big. I mean, it's a leather sheath. If you're not careful with it, you will tear it up. It does have, you can't see it because there's no light, but right here there's a little grommet hole, or a little hole here where the water will get out. So you can fit all three blades in there, plus the sharpener. Now the sheath is not covered under warranty. Everything else is covered for 25 years lifetime warranty. The sheath is not. If you really like it and you wear out the sheath, you just buy a new one, or you have a Kydex one made. Excuse me. But other than that, I really like this cleaver. I really like it. Like I said, it's 17.7 ounces. So I mean, I'm really kind of interested. I'd have to do it with a little bit of safety and precaution on throwing it. I don't think it would make a good thrower, but at 17.5 ounces, I don't care which end you hit, whatever you throwing it. You hit it with the back end here, it's gonna decimate or knock out whatever you're hitting. And if it's tumbling like this, if it hits the back end, guess what? They're gonna get all of this sweet goodness on the way down. If you're throwing it from the other end, I gotta be careful. This bad boy is sharp. If you're throwing it this way, they're gonna come and get it from the top. Other thing I wanted to point out, if you needed to, I mean, if you really needed to, you could use this as a poker, as a stabber, if you really needed to, because the way that they have this designed, that blade comes all the way up here. But see, as you can see, it's I don't want to say hollow ground. I don't know. All I know is it's thinner here, and then as it comes up to about here, it gets thicker. So I'll probably do a penetration test on that later. Get some wet newspaper or some cardboard box and just jam it right through and see how far it goes. Well, that's my little simple review on the Knives of Alaska Brown Bear Skinner Cleaver. I highly recommend this. If you're in the need of a cleaver or hatchet, or someone who works in the kitchen and they just break up all of their meat cleavers, or you want to get somebody something that it's not gonna break, I don't see how you could go wrong with this. I'm not sure on what the price is on this. You can check out knivesofalaska.com. I'll try to put a little I'll put their information up there so you can get a look at it. But like I said, you put that frog lube on here, heat the metal up a little bit, put that frog lube on there, and you don't never have to worry about this D2 steel rusting. I mean, when you think it's getting a little bit low on lube, or you think it's gonna rust, just put a little bit of more frog lube on there. I mean, it's biodegradable. If you wanted to, you could eat it. That's how I've been keeping this look so nice. Another thing is, it looks like it's shining in the reflection, but they put some kind of coating on here which stops it from actually, shining like glass. So it really looks really really good. I've owned a lot of other knives that have broke, and when they broke, by the grace of God, I still have all my fingers. I still got all my limbs. I still got everything that I have. But I decided, I'm gonna look for a company that's gonna stick by its whatever it's producing. It's gonna make it so that it lasts. A couple of years ago, I won't say how old I am, but a couple of years ago, they used to make things with quality, and they made them so that they last, so you could pass it down to generations into generations into generations. And husbands, I'm telling you, if your wife is strong enough, you gotta watch her, because she might take this and be using this in the kitchen. I mean, it just makes chopping tasks that much easy. As you can see, I don't have a really big or thick forearm, and once I get this down to the size where it's even more comfortable in my hand, you could do this until your arm gets tired, which won't take a lot of time. I mean, it is 17 ounces, but once your body gets used to it, you can do this all day. You choke up on it, and it's even lighter. The other thing I wanted to show you is this thing is made real sturdy. I can't do it with one hand, but when I was tapping this thing earlier, it kind of made like a thunk thunk. I know I'm getting a little crazy with the review, but I mean, this blade, like I say, is one of my favorites. If it was an all-purpose and do everything that I needed, I wouldn't have to buy any other blade. But you know how that goes. There's never one thing that's all-purpose for everything. But this right here, it comes close. The folks over there at Knives of Alaska, thank you very much. I love your product. The other two products that you made are of the same quality. I like them equally as much. But this right here, I'm really liking this. Alright, this is Worcester Man 33 from Worcester Street signing out. See you next time, YouTube.